So we are going to call to order the Judiciary and Licensing Committee meeting Tuesday, September 16th, 2025 at City Hall Council Chambers. Any citizens' comments? Citizens' comments? No citizens' comments tonight. Approval of the August 19th, 2025 minutes.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gran, second by Ms. Spiros to approve the minutes. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Approval of application for secondhand jewelry, secondhand article license for Annabelle's Attic, 405 South Central Avenue.
Second?
A motion by Ms. Spiros, second by Mr. Coran to approve. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Number 5, disallowance of claim for Patriots Tower.
In your packet this evening, you'll see a letter from our insurance company, from one of our adjusters, recommending the denial of the claim. He does reference the statute number under which he does recommend the denial of that claim. I would be looking for a motion to disallow this insurance claim this evening so that I have permission to send on the official denial letter to the claimant.
Motion to disallow the claim?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Coran and a second by Ms. Spiros to disallow the claim. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Review 2026 fee schedule as it relates to business licensing.
Okay, so it's that time of year where we are looking to update the fee schedule for next year. A comprehensive resolution will be coming before finance and council in the coming months. So I would just like to get preliminary discussion or action out of this body regarding business licensing, since you do have that oversight. I included a spreadsheet in your packet, which has, basically the same spreadsheet from last year, the different license types, the amount of staff time involved with each of those license applications, the requirements, if there's a state mandate on what those fees should be. I included our current fees along with the fees for Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, and Wausau, just for idea of what area communities are doing. I did pull out separately the food license, or the food truck pricing specifically, and there's 2 reasons for that. The biggest reason is that right now our food truck license permit runs from July 1st through June 30th of each fiscal year. And at the time when we instituted the food truck, it was sort of, it worked because we didn't have a lot of food trucks. This was back in the early 2010s, this variation of this started. And so now as we have more food trucks and it's more common, I would like to look for your approval to change the licensing period for a food truck from July 1st through June 30th to be a calendar year license. Because they are all currently licensed through June 30th of 2026, I would be looking for sort of a transitional license from July 1, 2026 through December 31st, 2026, so that we could then move forward with a January to December, starting January of 2027. I only look for this so far out. It's a whole year out that we're looking for this change. But again, because we'll be adopting the fee schedule for the entirety of 2026 in the coming weeks, that's why I would like your permission to move forward. This would require a change to municipal code. So I would need to draft an ordinance, but I did not want to draft an ordinance if I don't have the support of this body. If you would move to that route for that 6-month license, I would need to know what you would like to recommend for a price for that 6-month license and the annual renewal after that. So I just open it up to any questions, comments, discussion you might have for general business licensing and the food truck change that I got.
I have no issue moving to a yearly license, but I would like to see the fee for the year go to $100 to be more in line with Wisconsin Rapids and Wausau, especially when you consider it's an hour of time with the clerk's office to deal with this.
Ms. Spiros?
Yeah, I don't have.
So I would make the motion to go to a transitional license next year. And in 2027, going to a calendar year basis with the fee being $100.
And can I clarify the recommendation for the fee for that 6-month license next year? Is that then
Fee
$50 for half?
Yes.
All right, so they would have already paid the fee as of January next year. Or no, wait, they would have paid the fee starting in July for for 2026.
Right now, any license issued is valid until June 30th of 2026.
Right, so then in 2026 mid-year, they're gonna pay another $50, but then in January, we're gonna charge them $100?
That's Mr. Cran's proposal, that we would be increasing that fee regardless.
So then it would be $150 to get them through a year and a half, where right now we're currently charging $50 to get them through a whole year.
Right now, we are currently charging them $25 for an entire year.
Okay, so right now we're charging them $25 for a whole year. It's the midpoint thing that I'm having a trouble with. It's a lot to go from 25 up to 150, and I know it's only going to affect that one time because because then you'll get on a calendar year after that. But it seems a little excessive.
I'm making that motion because I've had complaints from brick and mortar restaurants that the fee is only $25,
Yeah,
where they buy a truck and then it's $25 to sell in the city. They buy a restaurant, open a restaurant, and they have property taxes every year.
yeah.
I think we need to do something to, I mean, where it's not, $25 is a very minimal charge. Even $100 for a year license, I think is fairly minimal. I would argue that they've gotten away lightly at $25.
Yeah, I understand all that. It's just that transitional time. Because in the following year, they're just gonna pay 100, but 1 year is gonna cost them 150, sort of, and then they're gonna drop back down. It's just a little bit convoluted to me. Does that make any sense, what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it does. I mean, if we increase the fee on January 1st, 2027 to $100, which I don't disagree with Mr. Cran
Yeah, me either.
regarding that. Maybe we can figure out something for the 6 months of 26. Instead of $50, maybe we just charge them $25 for the last 6 months. They paid $25 from July of 25 to June of 26. So maybe we have them pay another $25 from June of 26 to January of 27, and then they pay $100 for the next year. We'll have to figure out something. I don't mind the $100
No, I
starting
don't
in
either.
January 1st of 27. Figure out something that they would have to pay for that last 6 months of 26.
Right.
I would amend my motion to make the 6-month charge next year be $25. Is that more acceptable? I would do
Oh.
that.
Yeah, I was just, like I said, I was spitballing and trying to think it all the way through on my head, and I don't like, like surprises for people. It kind of is maybe gonna come on as a surprise. So I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion for Mr. Cran and a second by Ms. Spiros to change the fiscal year on the food truck to January to December at $100 apiece. And then from June 26 to July, or June 26 to January of 27, it'll be $25 for the rest of the year. Okay, any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries.
And are there any of the other license fees that you have concern with, or are you okay with me moving forward with our resolution from this body for the recommendations on business license?
Ms. Spiros.
Okay, so always takes me a minute. Every year when I go through this, it always takes me a minute. So the current price you have in yellow And then you have, cities comparables next to it. So any of these, are you proposing an increase or where do I see that at?
I didn't have recommendations for any increases. I leave that up to you as the policymakers to
Okay.
decide that. Personally, I felt like most of our licenses, we took a really good look at those last year. So I think we're pretty much in line with surrounding municipalities right now.
Can I ask one further question? So on the payday lender, what is that? What exactly are we feeing them for? Is it to be operational? What is that? I see it's $50 and there's no other comparables.
I have that as a question mark with my time frame, even because it's not something we have issued in, I think, over a decade. It's something that by statute, we should license them. It's a one-time application. We never license them again. And so if we had one of these, I would have to do a lot of research to see what is required of that.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to increase that from $50 to $200.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion from Ms. Spiros and a second from Mr. Cran to increase the payday lender fee from $50 to $200. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Any questions or comments regarding any of the other fees that Jessica has on there?
I'm still just looking. Give me
Sure.
one more minute. I'm good with the rest of it.
So am I.
We need a motion to do that or no? We're good? Okay. All right. Okay, we'll move on. Items for future agendas.
I have nothing.
I see none. Motion by Ms. Spiro, second by Mr. Cran to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Meeting adjourned.